today. More Anno. Let's hop back into it. So, where were we? We're here at the Cape, I remember. And essentially our mission is to develop this island all the way. I believe everything back home is nice and stable. I know that in the new world things are a right mess, but they're not complaining about anything, so I'm just going to leave that alone for now. I've finished building whatever ships I was, so no, we've got the one there. I thought we had another ship of the line that I wanted to protect our trade routes here. Where's that got off to? We don't. Have I gone and moved it somewhere? Not here. These are still guarded. Yep. Ah, there it is. Just reaching the Cape. I remember now. That ship of the line is coming to deliver the pepper seeds that I need to make canned food on this island. Which I'm guessing will be our next step. Canned food for artisans. They also want beer. And the workers want the beer as well, so that's another one that needs to be set up here. Haven't done beer in the old world yet, so let's take a look at how that works. Brewery takes a minute. Hops take a minute and a half. Malt house takes 30 seconds, and the grain farm takes a minute, so... two hop farms to one brewery. Not quite get my brain around this one. It's obviously one grain farm to one brewery, but the hop farm being a minute and a half throws everything out a bit. 3 hop farms produce A hops every 30 seconds, so it's 3 hop farms to 2 breweries to 1 malt house, which needs 2 grain farms. Okay, let's put it next to the bread because they're using grain as well. Just going to leave 1 gap so I can see the difference. Ah, the malt house is a different shape. Be interesting.
How do?
See what effect that has to start with. Causes 4 little squares to hang off the end. If we not going to make much of a difference at all, I don't think, spreading it a little, making a shorter field.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
End up with a funny number. Something. Just one little gap at the front.
A farm?
Otherwise neat
Ship
enough.
under attack.
Ah. Is that different? I see. Because I've forgotten. I've got that line as well. still uneven. Move it another one away. We have two in a little gap. Big deal, really. What do hops need? Maybe we can create something by combining them in one row. We need 96 spaces. No, I don't think that's going to be it's going to help it at all. Put the breweries in the gap. See what that does. That's quite neat, but there's still going to be a gap up the middle where the malt house is. Four empty spots on that, okay. Particularly neat. Let's try if we turn it around. Three empty gaps. There's any great way of making it neater than that. What I'll do is move it back. Put that road there instead. Have a double bit of road at the front for it. It's relatively neat. We're just going to need to move over. Turn that one around. One way. All that's in the wrong place now. Brewery, then the malt house, then the other brewery. And that farm. Put the extra roads in. Fill in the missing field. That's all good. I just now need to put in 3 hop farms. That error it's giving me is, what's that? Oh, it's just missing a field. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't look like there's going to be a particularly neat way of lining this up with what's opposite it. It fits nicely like that. Just one big long field, 4 wide. So I think I'm just going to do that with all of them. Then we just need a little warehouse on the edge. We should only need to take in what's coming from the malt house. Not the malt house, the breweries. If we have a surplus of anything that might come overloaded, so I'm going to put a warehouse the other side as well. We can balance that better. This development of beer has left us short of workers though. So we need to get upgrading down here. I'm currently getting the maximum I can, except the fish are running short, so put another fishery in. Wonder if there's a better stretch of coast I could put these on. Harvesting sand for windows there. None of them are nice and straight. I can't put all my fish in a row. Use that onto this one. Will do for now at least. Then I can't upgrade
my cat to you.
until they get the fish that they need. I'm definitely going to need more farmers in order to get enough workers, so I'll put their extra squares in now as well. Probably going to leave me needing a lot more of all the basic things like schnapps, and probably with an extra 230 workers I'll need more sausages and bread and everything. There's quite a lot of development needed right now. What do the stats say? -1 on the fish, even with the one I've just built. So I need even more fish.
Workforce shortage.
2 more lots of schnapps. 1 more lot of clothes. 1 needed now, okay. So yes, I do want to move the fish away now and then. Put them with their own warehouse somewhere. I'll put them over here. I need to upgrade that warehouse as well. Okay, remove them. The ones that are down here. And that is going to need connecting. So it has a road that goes all the way to the other one. Just connect it up there for now. Okay, so that's... should be. Yep, enough fish. 4 more schnapps means 2 more distilleries. Now they're here at the moment, but they're not going to fit together, so let's... well, I might as well move that out here as well then. The last one moved. Gonna want that warehouse for them as well. I'll leave a firehouse here, but probably want to build a firehouse out this direction. I'll put it behind there and run a road up. Then I want copy this to make 2 more. Won't need the extra fire station, so that's fine. So the other one was 1 more set of work clothes. Where are we making them?
Look busy, people.
Sail makers. Sausages. Oh, this is workloads. Okay. So I can just copy this. We'll have more than we need, but we are still expanding. It's a lot more wool than we need. So I could put a second sail makers down. Might as well. We can sell the sails if we're not using them. And maybe I'll replace it with something else that uses wool later if there is something else.
Could this be my lucky island? I don't need the board telling me whose islands to settle.
What have we got? No, fish is still not
A
happy.
competitor raised a settlement.
Ah, there we go. Right. Should be able to upgrade now. That puts us at positive workers and positive farmers as well. Good.
Time the rigging.
Ship of the line is here, so I can drop off. So I need a trade union to put the pepper seeds in. Now I've not used any trade unions yet, but I've seen they have like a area of effect, so I'm guessing I can only grow the peppers where that trade union is and not on the entire island, which is different to previous games.
New orders.
Okay. Then this ship of the line can go back to the old world. Okay, everything's stable again, just about. Here's the numbers. Schnaps is still at -1.
We will form an unbreakable magic circle. Oh, come on.
I'm not paying 26,000 for an alliance. Everything else is positive. Beer is just enough, which is good. Right. So just to add another schnapps onto the end of this block. It's very neat and tidy, I like that. So
Seductive charts, very much.
window makers, I can make the first one. Steel beam production isn't very fast. I guess it's not very fast in general, but got some spare workforce,
Complete stop.
so I can unpause that one.
Broke closure, did they?
Maybe I want to hook up extra mines and do a whole another set of beam building. I do expect I'll need a hell of a lot more as we expand, so that could be worth putting in down here. Start laying it out, we'll probably have to pause everything till I can get a lot more workers in place ready for it. So it's 1 mine of each, 2 furnaces, and 3 steelworks. We've got some weapon factories here instead. So 2 furnace, 3 steelworks. A furnace to be between the coal and the iron. Although at that distance they might not take it down the road. Will they stay paused? furnace up there. I think that's going to be necessary. But if not, then actually a brick road could be a good idea. Brick. Which I guess is why, yeah, we can't build the furnaces. We need more bricks.
A competitor's island is under siege.
We are making all the bricks we can here, unless disable
I feel naught but a ragged joy.
raw clay desire from the artisans. It's adding 2 per house at the moment. I think at this point I'd rather have the bricks. Forage farmers. Hopefully that brings enough, though I'm willing to bet that means we need more of everything. More fish, more schnapps. Just got enough clothes. Okay. Got another fishery on the end of the road here. And more schnapps. Carry on down the road, or I can go up the field. Let's go with down the road for now. Still very short on all construction materials now. To be patient, or maybe speed time up a bit, let them dribble in. Farmer workforce is slowly ticking back up.
We make the best of what we have.
Maybe I should overbuild all of these to prepare for the next. We're going to keep expanding, so. And I need it all, definitely. Fish as well.
Ship under attack.
Yeah, I thought that warehouse would get overloaded, which it is. Can't easily build on here, so I'm going to shift these further inland. Then build one. That leaves me very short on farmers. So, how's that looking? More fish than we need, more schnapps than we need, and more clothes than we need. So we can keep expanding. Sausages and bread are in a slight deficit. So they do need expanding. Soap is fine. Beer is close, but fine at the moment. So let's look at bread and sausages. This is sausage.
I love.
Just copy that and put another on a row behind.
A competitor's island is under siege.
That'll be sausages well in excess now.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Bread.
You've no face for poker.
Just that row there. So where I put the beer can't really go in the same place. Maybe I just want to move all of this lot somewhere else. Where's this road that's got nothing on it at the moment? Will it fit between those? I think the field's slightly too long. No, plenty of space. It's fine. That's the bread. And then I've got the one that makes just the flour, which I think I will keep with bread. Leave a firehouse there, but also build one up here. Move that over there. So this will need the actual bakeries adding on. Then a fresh set of farms making flour. Okay, so we've expanded everything. Production stats should all be in the positive, which they are. Only beer that's even close, so that's fine, we'll deal with that. Deal with that next time I expand the people. Fill in these corners just for symmetry. Okay.
Something's missing.
Should sort itself out with a bit of time. Everything's looking fine. Take a bunch of people up. Ah. Something's wrong on the corner here. Too far from the marketplace.
A land lush and green.
That one too, just. Let's move the firehouses in one step. And I can just fit some extra marketplaces in the middle row.
Competitor's island withstood an attack.
It's all looking fine now. There's not enough timber to upgrade them. Okay, while that ticks in, I'm just going to go back to the old world and We should have a spare ship of the line.
Time the rigging.
Move into the middle of the trade routes to try and scare off any pirates.
Aye.
These fabled lands exist after.
Check a copy.
Newspaper. Okay. One positive happiness and one negative happiness. Don't really mind about that. Lack of canned food is increasing consumption. Well, that's worth getting rid of. Rather know what the base level of consumption is, so that I can conform to it. I think just swap it in for
If you insist,
money.
I would.
My mother is also inflexible if she senses rebellion.
You gained an influence bonus.
Timber in storage now, so let's do another couple blocks. Warning. There we go. That should be enough workers to start unpausing some of this extra steel beam production. Not enough to unpause all of it. Such a big city block already. We need more.
You give us a...
It's all right here, I suppose.
Just like they've not got full coverage from the marketplace, they've not got full coverage from the pub either. They do in the central houses, it's just the ones on the edges, so I think I need to run another row of utility buildings on the outside. Covers everyone. They're complaining about pollution. Haven't seen anything about how pollution is generated or controlled. Not surprised that we're making pollution from foundries that we have up the cliffs here. It's somehow related to the attractiveness, maybe. Is there any information here? Not going to be a... well, it might be a production concern. No. Storage, not a financial issue. Not a population issue. It's not there, as far as I can tell. Click on the complaint itself. Nothing on the island. There we go, found it. The attractiveness page. So the positives come from, I guess, cultural buildings,
Pamphlets,
monuments,
pickets, healthy,
ornaments.
honest protest. If some silver spoon
The amount
stiffs want
of
to deny us that,
Greenland
we'll
we've
take them
left, I
shiny
guess.
spoons and shove them.
And then if they're having a party, negatives come from vulgarity, smelly and noisy buildings. Okay, so pigs,
A
pollution,
competitor's island
which
is under
coming from the
siege.
steel work we're doing, and instability. Sure, any kind of riot or war. So they're not complaining about attractiveness per se, just about pollution. As far as I'm aware, that's what happens when you work with steel, so don't know if there will be buildings, or if I have buildings already that prevent pollution, or if I just balance it by making them happy in other ways, can increase the attractiveness of the island and see. In general, they are smiley green face, which is positive. So I don't think it's a major issue, it's just the thing they're complaining about at the moment.
Life is like seawater that only deepens one's thirst.
Well, that's interesting. The artisans are more unhappy on account of me having used propaganda at all. So if I'm using propaganda, I ought to make sure I decrease the riot chance to balance that out. Interesting. I'm also not getting a full amount of beer. So how's my... yeah, beer production's now run into the negative numbers. So let's double this now. Should fix that issue, although I'm now short of farmers again. Okay, so in order to maintain my grid-like structure, that river's in the way. Keep coming down this way.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
Seductive charts, Berryman.
Don't think I immediately need to copy any of the services. I should be able to take coverage at least for one more row of houses. Give them some time to settle in. Workforce is positive already, that's good. Definitely want a bigger surplus than that. Want to increase the worker to at least 400 to unpause these steelworks. Then I want to increase the number of artisans. So it might be that I want to add another row crossways as well as this ways. What do I need for... so glassmakers needs another 100 artisans. And 100 per window makers as well, so I can't staff any of those yet. I can build and pause them. got the materials to do it. That's okay for now. These houses are fully happy, okay. But they won't upgrade. Ah, they're still got to fill with people before I can upgrade them. Two quests that I'm working on. The pier that needs steel and windows. So increasing the steel production has been positive, but the windows are going very slowly at the moment. Will do until I bring more artisans in. Which I could do a few now. One house too many. Hi Flip.
A bold new expedition, Admiral.
Nice to see you there. Welcome to the chat. It's going well, I think. I'm not particularly an expert on Anno, but I'm having fun seeing how the game works and everything, so feeling positive about it. How's things with you? Are you a big Anno fan? The game, good. Definitely finding this one a lot more, don't know, it's more complicated than the previous games, but I think in a good way. Played quite a lot of, Anno 1404, and I played a lot more of, what was the sci-fi one? 2205? But that was like a lot simpler than this one is.
Trying to remember what it is I'll need to do.
You'll make a killing on this, I promise.
The city is now closer to magnificence.
What a happy vision of yours.
You
Quest I
bit
didn't know
off
I had.
more than you could chew.
Reached 500 artisans without realising.
New milestone.
Now a city. Good. People numbers are balancing okay at the moment. We just staff all of the window production. So my next push will be to get
Complete stop.
200
All right,
more
everyone,
workers
back to it.
for the last steelworks that's currently paused.
Ceasefire has ended.
Artisans, I can get more. I didn't think of that. Can do the variety theatre or get the canned food set up to do more. Variety theatre needs a lot of windows that I don't have at the moment.
Might I one day be remembered?
Could set up canned food production. I think I will get that extra 200 workers first. Then do canned food next. I need more fish, more schnapps. Let's get that sorted out.
These fabled lands exist.
There's the schnapps and the fish. Still saying negative on that. Schnapps. Ah, there we go, fixed. It's just getting themselves sorted, I guess. Fish, schnapps. Clothes is very close, but positive for now. Not complaining about pub or marketplace, so covered okay, I
We
guess.
make the best of what we have.
Ah, these ones on the far edge are complaining. So, marketplace. Ah, I haven't spaced things out. Oh, I see why. So we've got an even number of rows. Let's do it with 2. So that one will go there. Move this one in one. What's that building? That's a school.
We earned this.
Which they are complaining about. Okay, so we need a school next to that one. School, fireplace, school, fireplace. Pub. To go this side. Sure that will cover. No, they're not happy by that. If I move that one to the outside, the people in the middle. Oh, artisans don't even want the pub anymore. Workers do, and the ones right in the middle are not happy. Okay. So I could move the pubs to the outside where the farmers are and upgrade all of the innermost row to artisans.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Not perfect. Or I just build an excess of pubs everywhere. That one's there. Then line those up with it. We'll also have pubs out here. That should, yeah, that makes everyone green. Ah, except for them now. So I need another row of pubs. How have I got it? Pub, marketplace, school. Blank, marketplace, firehouse. Pub, marketplace, school, blank. Marketplace, firehouse. Shouldn't need a pub. There's 5 cells between those pubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yep, I see. That would have a pub in the next one. Oh, which does just fit in before the river, so we can put houses on this end as well. Good. Okay, so they are also now happy about the pub. You guys here unhappy about the school. Following the pattern, I wouldn't put a school for quite some time. So they're only 96% happy about the pub. This layout is not good. Or not got the coverage that I want. What if I move a pub in a row? Place a few of the houses and have them every other block or so. One there and one there. What's that? Coverage. That one is unhappy. So it's covering like 2.5 blocks ish. So the next one would need to be there. How's that? Looks to be all green. Apart from right in the middle. Let's check this newspaper. Little boost to happiness and the increased need consumption is the one I want to avoid. Having seen the impact on the artisans, I would want to
The
put
subtext is totally imperceptible.
that much in to balance out the negatives.
Hoping to butter my tea cakes, is it?
Yeah, interesting. They've not got the little marker saying anything about it. Okay. Back to the pub. So those 4 closest to the centre are only 96% covered, which is impacting the income from it, so I'd ideally fix that. I guess the easiest way to do that is to move this in by 1. It has not fixed it. Only for those... No. They're not overlapping evenly. This house is... oh yeah, that one's coming from this pub. Those two are going... yeah, they've updated now, okay. Moving it over one block only... well, it didn't fix the issue. I'd need to move it over a whole other block. Now they're fully green. Okay, well that's the distance to make it perfect then. Fill the houses back in that I've just demolished. And then 3 blocks away. Move those parts in. The next ones will be 3 blocks away again, which I'm going to put in now. So these guys
Like a frog on a lily pad, I is.
yeah, they go to those pubs and they're happy with it. Good. Okay. So pub coverage in the town centre is now good. School coverage was not, I think. Yeah. No, church coverage. Okay. Church is the one that's so big I need to destroy houses for it. So which ones am I going to destroy? Starting, so they dropped to 92%. 7 blocks away. That far corner's at 75%. And I guess if any of the outer row needed upgrading to workers, then they'd be even less happy. Come on, 10 or 5 blocks maybe. So if I'm going to call this the end of the row because the river's there, then I want the first church to be 5 blocks,
Place is
or maybe
booming.
4 blocks from the end. Yeah, that far corner isn't happy. So it's 4 blocks that are all perfectly happy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This block will be the first church. Then it's not central, so I can move other things and force it to be central. See if it still covers corners. Yeah, because that corner's not covered. It's not affecting my income at all, it's just missed opportunity on happiness. I want to see, so I'm going to move... It's a school. I'm going to move the school out of the way. It's not even, okay. It's not even the other way around either. So I can't make it central. But that location does make the furthest house fully covered. That's kind of okay. Then the other direction should also 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that one's not fully covered. artisans do care, so having it in the centre is best. Ah, I can see why I couldn't tell the other one because I haven't built that house yet. So it's not going to be 4 blocks each. It's going to be 3 if I put it central. Or we have churches on both sides. Making a mess of my town here, but I put church that end and that end. Three blocks away, so maybe about, yeah, then 4 blocks away is happy. Ah. Except for that one house. So 2, 3, 4 blocks away. If you move the church down, then the unhappy house moves. It just can't cover 4 away. They'll have to move over 1. Driving myself crazy just about churches, but eventually it'll all fall into place and I'll be happy with it. If I'm moving it over 1, then the previous issue of having it in the centre is no longer an issue. Move the church back to the middle. Make this vaguely tidy, but not perfect. So, 3 blocks away. They are happy. The furthest house 3 blocks away is happy. It's only on the 4th block that they start becoming unhappy. Okay, so that is an acceptable position. The next church needs to go in so that this block is the 3rd away. So going here. So, yeah, that's fine. Fill the gap in for the houses. Okay. So that church is covering 2, 3 blocks. So that is fully happy because of that church now, even though it's highlighting the other one. That's fine. Bar's fully green, so it's getting the maximum effect. Okay, so that is pub and church coverage in town. What's the betting people are now unhappy about schools? Schooling is a need of workers and artisans, okay. So putting them in the centre row is best. Well, how many have I got? I've got that one and that one at the moment. So if I just move this one, you can see what impact the one on this end is having. So this row of artisans is not happy. This row of workers is not entirely happy, but only just. That affects the number of workers, so that is very significant. I want that to be perfect. So as it stands, the school is only covering one row to its sides. Which is not great at all. They're going to need to go in with 2 gaps between, so that firehouse will need to give way to a school, which will then make this lot
People
happy.
celebrate your leadership.
Okay. This one's going to go there. Then the next one needs to go where that church is. Which obviously it can't do. Didn't look at the marketplace coverage.
Lovely.
It's not perfect either. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to throw marketplaces all over the shop. So what's the solution here? I guess the solution is to move the church closer. Allow the church more overlap so that the schools can be in the perfect place. I think that's best. So this is going to move over one. That is going to have a school in the middle of it. So it's just those ones I just saw where the marketplace was not happy, yeah. Places at the moment are also all spaced 2 apart. Is it simply fixed by putting that one on the end? No, because they're unhappy. I am just going to need marketplaces on the next row over. Fits in perfectly with that lumberjack hut. Great. So everyone.
A floodplain.
Yeah, everyone in the furthest distances is happy, so just do the same on the other side. Okay, so services should now be covering everywhere. That moderate risk of fire has me slightly concerned. Firehouses currently every 5, so one more can go in here. Hopefully that's enough. Let's have a check of our production stats. Well, that's definitely wrong. No demand for schnapps. Definitely some demand. It's not full, so the stats can't have gone funny. Ah, thank you, Serenome. Because they're having this party, right? Beer festival. Residents are provided with schnapps, beer, rum and champagne. And alcohol production is boosted as well. Thank you for letting me know. So there isn't necessarily an issue there at the moment, don't need to worry. That issue, the negative clothing production, is genuine. Although that's saying there's an issue with one of them not producing at its full potential.
I'll do.
Why is that the case? So that's because the storage is full. So that's not an issue either. Yeah. Good. I'm still learning lots of things, but I am gradually being able to work things out quite quickly. But there's so much going on. I would never have realised that about the festival. Good. Okay, so our workforce balance is stabilised after I've been messing around. So I can unlock
Some scab broke closure,
that one.
did they?
And then I want to fill in all the gaps I've made as I've been moving churches around. I'd like to do something to make that gap move. If I take a road out, move it in and then fit another pair of houses. Shouldn't affect the coverage at all. It's only one space. Oh, I had to divert the celebration though. These ones as well. Good, okay. We'll give them some time to settle in and then upgrade those ones in the middle again. What are they asking for on the quest? So the sewing machines is a production chain I need to set up after I've done canned food. Got plenty of windows now, so I can put that pier down.
Once my capital is all set, Archie will let me return to these sunny shores anytime I like.
Our reward for that is a new quest to get 500 engineers. Which we're some distance away from. It's fine, we'll get there eventually. I think I've not set things to sell automatically, which I can. 150. So I'll set everything. Didn't notice if there are any good trade routes on this section of the map. Ooh, we've only got this guy really.
Hey, I'm trying to keep a low profile.
We'll buy fish oil. Not particularly helpful.
Good to see you still.
Should have a trading agreement with this
This
player.
is the outer ocean.
They're not asking for anything.
Here you is.
Neither's that guy. Okay. Just can't set up anything particularly profitable, but whatever people want to come and take that's at high capacity will be fine. They're not ready to upgrade yet. I've got a massive surplus of workforce. Quite sure where that's come from. I guess the service coverage was really bad and fixing it has given us a lot of extra people. It's good that we did it. Just need those extra few people to move in. So that's all of the central row, at least at worker level. I think I want to, I don't think I need to use those workers for anything specific at the moment. I should build out the next production chain and see what kind of workforce we need for it. So the next one is canned food, which is going to need four sets of kitchens and farms to 3 canneries. And half of an iron mine. Okay. So if I try and do this where I've got a spare iron mine, it's coal, it's iron there, but not enough space for the farms. Coal and an iron next to each other. Zinc and limestone. That's all iron. So again, not much space to put a farm in. Oh, not great choices.
It was Father's greatest regret that he was never
Didn't notice that there before. So that's copper down there. Copper and zinc. It would have been nice if that had been iron. Okay. In that case, I'll just feed the iron into a warehouse and then I'll have to take it from there in the cannery. Need a nice big open area to put all of the beef and pepper farms. This section of road looks best. Beef. There's 4 fields like that, okay. That's probably the neatest way I'll be able to do it. Then the pepper
No fertility of that sort there.
needs 108 blocks. Doesn't look like I've got a particularly neat way of doing that. Middle square missing. Ah, there we go. That's 108 and a nice neat square. Okay, so that also needs a trade union putting next to it. Yeah, the coverage on that is not big. I guess if I have one trade union with pepper seeds in, I can't put those pepper seeds into another trade union. Considering I burnt through 1,000,000 coins to get that one set of seeds. I need to squish these as close as I can. First over it can go before the river becomes an issue. Also, thinking about it, if I've got to fit the trade union in and squish everything close together, it's not going to be easy to then take them directly, take the peppers directly to the kitchens. So they might need to feed into a warehouse as well. Do I need all of the fields inside the blue circle or just the building? Guess one way to find out. Just the building. Okay. That building only. Yeah, thank you. So does that mean that I can just, for example, have a building and run the field out in a single line like that in order to maximise the number of actual farm buildings I fit in the blue circle? I guess it'll work. It's not pretty, but yeah, I think There will probably come a point where that becomes necessary to get enough peppers growing, I suppose. Guess we'll find out later. At the moment that's a wasted spot, so I'm going to put firehouse there, but that will move later. Then 4 cow farms. Next door. With the kitchens, I think considering they're all feeding into warehouses, it makes most sense to feed the kitchens from a warehouse as well. Then 4 kitchens, 3 canneries. It's quite basic for now, but there is a production chain to make a whole bunch of canned food, probably way more than we need. That puts our balance very negative, and we're very short of artisans for that. Okay.
Rose cheeks and merry.
Let's upgrade just a whole bunch more, and we've got plenty of spare workers to upgrade. So I'm just missing timber now to do the upgrades. Speed up time to get more timber in. Just want to finish this city block off. There we go.
Who needs union?
So workforces are all positive.
I'm missing particular materials.
It's in goulash. Goulash is
Confounded tricky this stage.
working at 67% productivity. And growing. Might just because it's getting started.
What brings you here, Master?
Improving over time. So those pepper seeds that I've got in the trade union give a productivity bonus as well, which I haven't factored in. 25% is... so we're making 5 farms worth at the moment.
Got to start
Particularly
somewhere.
think there's anything to do with
Life's
it.
not
Can't
always
remove a
an
farm
easy
because
chair,
there
you know.
wouldn't be 4 farms worth. Deal with that later if it becomes necessary.
Oh, I can't get anybody to do it.
So, let's check what stats are saying. Fish is fine. Schnapps is still being given for free. Work clothes are fine. Sausages are short. Bread is marginally short. soap is marginally short as well now. Beer is being given for free. And canned food is perfectly fine. Okay, so sausages, bread and soap. This is sausages.
Hide the bottle.
So I add one just behind it. Yep, that fits. Bread is here. Soap. This one here? Yep, okay. I squeezed in a funny spot there. I'd like to move that. Somewhere. Not sure where. Maybe behind the beer. Yep. Probably the whole lot.
Do you call it altruism?
Don't spend it all at once.
Just getting free money. To take this lot down. Build a whole other set over here. One warehouse won't be enough, I suppose. That's a shame. But it doesn't line up perfectly. Don't particularly want to spend the time fiddling with those farms just to make that one road line up, so I'll leave it for now.
We've run out of cabins.
These can now all move down. A little bit of road has caused one of the fields to break. Roads away before I move them.
The fire is out of control.
Checking on that fire in a second. Set now. Must remember to put those roads back in. There. Where is this fire? We're back in the old world. What a fire station. It's perhaps a bit too far away from there. Yeah, the green lines on the road say that. So now that we know, I'll put another one up the top here. Need up time so they can get it put out. Didn't cause any major issues. But of course didn't go negative or anything, so just rebuild everything and move on. Good, okay. What's in this newspaper?
The fire left ruins behind.
Now complaining about a shortage of fur coats, which I've not even looked at.
I don't think it's misleading.
Do the same again to just balance everything to be no real change.
Purest zephyrs raise you.
Hopefully. Okay, back to the cape. Still partying. Okay, so if canned food is now up and running, which it is, everything's balanced apart from the cash income. It's not too bad. We've got a soap trade route in the old world that is probably going to keep it going. No issues. So next production chain to put in, I guess, is sewing machines. And we need variety theatres covering the artisans. Got the materials to build one. That's quite small. I wasn't expecting that. Don't know how wide the coverage is, but it's only got to cover artisans. Move the fire station out, which sounds risky. That one is currently covering only a space, or is it? I think it's showing us all of them connected, so there's green lines everywhere. Still. Could place a couple of houses on this row without any major issue. I suppose I shouldn't be demolishing houses that are full of people and then building empty ones later. Move them into the next empty space. Then, well, the next row of fire stations isn't really an issue at the moment, so deal with them later. So our variety theatre can go in the middle here. At least keeps what we've built so far happy. Probably that next block as well. Should be fine. Festival is finished, and our farmer workforce has gone negative straight away. Not sure why. Didn't see anything in the note about the festival that suggested we were getting extra workers. Unless this is the staff from the distilleries. if they weren't being used at that time, maybe it's possible. So we're going to need more people. That's fine. Build some extra houses in on the next rows. The money as well. So, well, at least I've learned that festivals are good.
Oh, we're in a good spot.
Well, now that it's over, I can check how we are for, yeah. The actual consumption of schnapps is fine. Still in the positive. And beer is also fine once it gets up and running again. Hey, Anatrax, nice to see you again. Going well, thank you. Learning all sorts of new things. How are you doing today? Good to hear. Even the farmers are unhappy with the propaganda this time. Interesting. Right, so while those houses are moving in, I want to look at how you make a sewing machine. So use a furnace like normal, then add wood, make sewing machine. Simple enough. How does that compare to weapons? Keep an eye to building time. Yeah, how many imbalance. So sewing machine takes 30 seconds, therefore you can feed 2 sewing machine factories with 1 lumberjack's hut and 2 furnaces. The sewing machine takes 30 seconds, a weapons foundry takes 1 minute and 30 seconds, and a steel beam factory takes 45 seconds. Okay, so if we've got 3 steelworks here being fully fed, then you would need to take away 2 steelworks in order to build 1 sewing machine factory to get fed from the same steel. Math, yeah. It's half of Anno is math, I think. The other half is moving my churches to cells every 5 minutes. I know we've got reasonable storage of steel beams at the moment, but I don't really want to reduce that. I'd rather hook up a whole new mine. I've got an iron and a coal right next to each other up there. To do that, I'm going to need a lot more workers, because we're already 400 in the negative. That might mean upgrading some of the second row. Upgrade houses here.
How about a cup of coffee? You've been playing for
200
2
spare
hours.
farmers, so let's do the rows in the middle. Don't have too many of them, no. Well, I do need more of everything in general, I know. We're going to be squeezed for space soon enough, I'm sure. We've got this row ready to go in. There. Then that lot is still growing, so let's do short timber.
Workforce shortage.
Use blueprint. That's a good idea, actually. To like plan the whole city centre out. I'm not against just building and demolishing and rebuilding and so on, because I'm on the easier mode where I get all the materials back. It's not so much of an issue to tear a whole island down.
Celebrate your leadership.
So why don't I'll leave that running while we build up some timber, and I'll use that blueprint mode to plan out the sewing machine up here. So one iron mine and one coal mine will feed two furnaces. Two furnaces feeds two sewing machines. And one lumberjack hut is required for the wood. They just need a warehouse. And a road that connects all the way round. Do for now. So all in, five farmers, 300 workers and 300 artisans. So we're going to need to upgrade, get some more artisans as well.
Seductive charts bury my
I don't think the 5 farmers are going to be an issue, but the other ones I do need to build up.
Does this land belong to your queen? My bannermen tread new soil, benevolent one.
A competitor raised a settlement.
That's enough artisans, just enough workers.
I'll
They
boost to that.
They're still moving in. Can you then just use the upgrade tool? Not en masse, but you can pick each one individually. Except I'm short of timber. After this is all thrown up, I do want to check where we are with basic stuff. Short of fish, schnapps and clothes. just about balanced on sausages. Bread is fine. Soap is good. Beer is negative. Okay. So we need fish, schnapps and clothes and beer. Then again, I've got... might be able to avoid increasing fish, schnapps and clothes by turning those excess farmers into artisans who don't ask for those things. I'll need the beer. And perhaps it makes sense to make one extra set of cloth makers, given that workers also need them. Let's do that.
You do so much. Dare I ask again?
Ah, that's the quest because I've made a sewing machine.
One is no dunce-hatted imbecile, but I rather think we'll need a class SWAT or two to decipher this. A university providing college paleographers to decipher Nadaski's shameful handwriting.
That's the clothes. I think one more schnapps as well, and then the beer. Fit these. Not all the way, but the first one's fine. Next quest is a university, which is simply a building that you build that needs to be provided to artisans. That's a little awkward. I'll worry about that in a minute. So, upgrading more houses is the next step. Maybe I should increase my timber production, considering I keep having to wait for it. Space I'm not using for anything else.
The people celebrate your leadership. Competitors have agreed a peace deal.
That's taking me short of farmers, okay. Finish that block off.
Fresh as a daisy here.
Farmers aren't short of
I
anything.
don't always hear what I want to hear about you.
It's only these lifestyle needs that could give us more per house. Sugar and jam. Don't think I've seen production for them. I might be able to make sugar in the new world. Probably. Jam I've not seen yet.
This is the way the farmers ride, hobbledy-hoy, hobbledy-hoy. This is the
Local
way the farmers
mail.
ride, hobbledy-hobbledy-hoy. Hey!
So I can get more, it's not many more, but a couple more farmers. providing local mail. Don't know where that comes from. Rigid airships. Postal service. There we go. Post office produces local mail.
Your people are starting to get sick.
That's an important one to go check out. The post box also produces local mail, but they require a material that I'm not making at the moment. Can't really tell what that is. Aluminium, okay. Thank you. Let's go check on these. Whoa, that's a lot of sick people. So we need a bauxite mine that's then processed to aluminium in the new world. My new world is a mess. As I've done nothing over there. Just finished the main like story quest line. Nothing more. So it could do with a reorganisation and everything like that.
My young are all poorly.
So we also need hospitals
Spreads across your city.
covering this town.
Ugh, get your dirty pox away from me.
That's obviously affecting our farmer workforce. But to finish my thought, I'm not going to get aluminium anytime soon. It would take a lot of work to get it and then get it shipped over here regularly. So I shouldn't count on making a postal service in order to enable the lifestyle need. In order to get more farmers, I should just build more houses. Especially considering we do have plenty of land still available. For those new houses, might be approaching the point where they're not getting coverage they want from the services. Looks okay. It's only a market and a pub that the farmers need, which they've got. No, they're well covered. That's fine.
I can't work if I'm sick.
We are going to need to expand our production of the basic things farmers need so that they can be ready for upgrading quicker. Might be get a new spot for fish. The next lot connected to a warehouse very neatly, but maybe it'll be okay. Not too bad. Be another Schnaps farm. Here is we're
Nice day for it.
a bit too close to the shoreline. So the next farm is not going to fit in well at all. Do I need the next farm? Probably. Oh, something's not right there anyway. Should be a space between them. Oh, it's because of that road. Which I've got because I've put a fire station there.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Didn't make much of a difference. Can fit 3 there, 2 there.
Fields might help.
That's alright, it all squeezes in. That's all hopefully enough to keep it flowing. Yeah. Could do with more work clothes. More sausages now. Bread's just about okay for the time being. So more work clothes. Still a lot of people sick. Guess the doctors are operating the same way that the firemen do, like visiting a house at a time, reducing the intensity until it's 0 and... Okay. Beer is here. A lot of space, but there we go. It makes them happy. Your schnapps is ever so slightly negative. Hopefully that just is close enough that we can move them on up to workers and artisans before it matters. Sausages is potentially an issue. Everything else is okay. I do have 500 workers I'm not currently using. We'll move a bunch of them up to artisans. Do for now.
An aviary is fine when it looks not over forest.
Doctors have cured all of the infected farmer houses. And they are... a few of them are having people move in, but most of them are not.
Your people are healthy again.
That's good news. But I'm still short of farmers. Just gonna have to build more houses, I guess. Can't see any other option. build the grid out a bit so I can see how things will line up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and down. We get one more set in. Move the window production slightly. That's as far as we can go while maintaining this kind of grid, and then we'll just have to go off grid.
Thank your loving kindness.
So looking at the services that we've got, the marketplace are all in rows with 2 gaps in between, so that latest row is going to need marketplaces in. After that comes pubs, which cover 1.5 blocks. So is that one happy? It is. They're fine there. So the next one is on that row. Yep. Put it in place while I'm thinking about it. Yep, that's right. That's pubs. After pubs comes church, which has 5 gaps between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one goes there. 2, 3. Yep. After church comes school, which have 2 in between them. So 1 there and 1 there. After school is the theatre, which we don't need any more of because it's just covering artisans. Happy with it at the moment. Okay. So the only thought I had is these workers I did on the outside
to complain about.
are not happy with the school coverage or the church coverage. So it would be best to swap them with the farmers I've got down here. Once we've got all of the coverage up.
Not too many changes, I hope.
This newspaper out. I think I'm getting worse and worse effects every time I change it. So we are at the point where I need to just publish without changing anything. Or edit it to be really positive. 10% extra need consumption isn't going to break us. Because 10% isn't that much. Really, it's maybe like 1 extra on a couple of things. It'll be good to try it, see if we can survive. See how bad it is. And then I'll know for the future. Build in those last few then, and then start swapping. one out. I'm going to get dizzy doing this. Next block is probably this one. And then, yeah. Odd number here, or a different number here, because of the firehouse. And on the other side of the city. Block on the end there, that can be done. Then one last set of workers there that I can swap down here. So, these farmers should all be perfectly happy in their new places, which they are. And those workers I moved should have better service coverage, which they do. They're all full green bars. I will just finish off braiding those blocks in the central row. Everyone should be happier. Our workforces are all positive. And our goods, let's have a look. Schnapps is still at -2. Sausages is at -1. Bread's at -1. So schnapps, sausages and bread. Schnapps is... I'm going to grow an extra row. Sausages is here. Might be time to move them all somewhere else. Or perhaps to rearrange them in a tighter fashion, don't know. Oh, that one will fit there fine. Yeah, that's fine with me. And then bread, where's the other one? Just
Your people
space and...
are starting to get sick.
Ah, again. More hospitals needed. Not sure how far away they need to be spread because the coverage doesn't look bad. It's got 4 from the end, so let's put them 4 from this end. supplies. Can't. This chance is very high, and I'm assuming that's down to how tightly packed the town centre is, which I wouldn't want to spread it out more personally. I want the space to produce things in. Perhaps affected by
Ship under
pollution,
attack.
maybe? Which I still don't really know how to control, so perhaps there'll be ways of improving that in the future.
Clearly not.
Still, bunch of sick people now. Workforce is still okay at the moment. I just needed to extend our bread line.
Ship under attack.
That's a shorter workers. I'm getting attacked more often. Ah, that's not good.
Better not be a
Attention for the Admiral.
That's an important guy because he's the one selling our soap, keeping us profitable. So move one of our ships to protect him.
Damage notwithstanding, Admiral.
He's not been sunk, so it's okay.
New orders?
Escorting, yeah, that's what I thought that did. Concern is that presumably our ship of the line moves a lot slower than our schooner
We'll give
does.
it our best.
Yeah, a lot slower. Ah, no.
Ready for assignment.
There's a minimum and a maximum. So they
Schooner
could be
reporting.
going at the same speed. Well, I'll leave them together and hopefully that keeps him safe enough to keep making us money. Yeah, that's good. Okay, still fighting the epidemic. How's production now?
Ship under attack.
What ship is it now? Everything looks very good on this island's production. Could be time to look at the next thing. Okay, it was the same ship. But this guy did scare them off. Good.
I had better leave it to...
Okay, so if everything is stable and alright for now, our next step
Life is like seawater that only deepens one's thirst.
is perhaps even more hospitals. Rum is made in the New World, so I would need to tidy up the New World islands that I've got and get a rum production up and running. Benefit would be happiness and coins.
A farmer's life may be humblest,
Happiness might be
but green
good.
pastures, hands
It's not
sweat
necessary.
through corn. That is God's idol.
Likewise with the coin, it's not necessary, so rum might be a concern for later. Fur coats. The university. So the university is simply a service building. Like the church, I'd need to move houses out of the way. There's no point in putting it out on the edges because the farmers don't want it. And the coverage there looks too faded to go all the way across. Quite expensive, so I don't want to build more than I need. Best option might be... Well, I think the best option is just to move some of the artisans' houses to a different block. And drop the university right in the centre of town. So let's do that. Going to move these last few that are not upgraded over to the next empty section of the city. Then we'll move... I can't move them. They are infected. Can I move the ones on the other side of the road? Yeah, okay. How much space do I need? Another... Another whole row of houses would be easiest without juggling other things around, so let's move another couple of workers out. Another couple of artisans over. Drop the university in. Good. So the next step is fur coat production. Okay. We need a fur dealer supplied by 2 hunting cabins on an island with fur fertility, which is not here. A cotton mill with 2 cotton plantations, which can only be done in the New World. That's fine. While we're making the cotton production in the New World, can also make the rum production
plague upon me.
and ship rum and cotton over to an island where we've got fur fertility, where we'll make the fur coats and then ship them here. So is fur fertility available in this region? On that island. On this island, yes. Or that one. Or this tiny one in the corner. That's not a real island. Oh, well, this tiny one. Clay deposits as well, which is a couple of islands with clay and fur. Or over here is iron, coal, copper. Closest island would be best, I feel, which is this one. So let's go and claim that to start with.
I am told you may have something for me.
Finished a quest,
Oh, it's all
apparently.
much clearer now. Do thank your expert bods at the university for all their brio.
Let me finish one thing at a time. Sail over and claim this island, and then I'll continue that quest chain. Ah. Oh good. I was worried for a minute because I thought about how we're going to staff the hunting cabin, but it just needs farmers.
Ship
We get
under attack.
100 for free, so that won't be an issue.
I still have more islands than you, if you need a friend.
So we need to read the journal. That's a lot to read.
No one turned down Wibblesock. Not recently.
Still not paying for
Finding
alliance.
Carruthers.
Is the important bit right at the end? That's where I'd assume it is.
A bold
Ship of a
new
line
expedition.
near an old watchtower. Between the 3 large islands in the west, sank with all cargo. So I'm hoping we're going to go lift that cargo up. A watchtower between the 3 large islands in the west. There's one island. There's another. I'd say that's probably a large island. So somewhere around here. Hopefully the quest will just point me there. Nope. Okay. There is a watchtower somewhere out this direction. Can't zoom out any further. Could be behind the fog of war, so I'll bring a ship over. Ah. Found it. Need to bring my salvage ship over as well.
Don't you think this place resembles Nadaski's description?
Guessing I need to dive here to complete the quest objective.
Let you build there, did she? A modern ship under attack.
Which one? Oh. That's good to see. Right, we're here. We use that item, it gives me a loot bonus, and then we go diving.
We found it!
And we've got the rod.
Where is the Grand Eagle at its top? This has got a portion of the Admiral.
There's no great
Okay.
secret there. We are both looking for the Holy Scepter of Capon,
Moving to
among
coordinates.
other things. Vicent thought it clever to split our national treasure and the scepter across 3 different ships. But with the scepter dismantled, belief evaporated.
We'll have to find 2 more pieces, I guess.
A remarkably effective cure.
Your people are healthy again.
Ah,
New orders.
this ship, isn't it?
Rapture! Rejuvenation!
Room to maneuver.
Read the journal again. Okay.
We're groping in the dark here. How does that carrion bird know where to plunge? If we're to find anything in this graveyard, we might as well commission the vulture.
I'm guessing there was nothing useful in all that text that I didn't read. If we need to come over here next.
Aye.
Income's not particularly positive. Not sure if there's anything specific I can do about that. We have a huge excess of artisans now. Could set them to making something. Windows is the only real option, but the storage of even that is full. Yeah. Other than maybe making an excess of canned food or sewing machines and sending it back to my other islands in the old world. Also an option.
I can put something together for you, but Oliveira dropped by a while ago asking for the same thing, and I'm all out of rubbish.
Shouldn't send both ships. Send one back. Want some steel and some sand, we should have that available.
The people celebrate your leadership.
We only need to get these fur coats sorted out, and we can upgrade to some engineers. Which would be nice. It'll be my first time seeing what they are and what they want. $5 ton of steel.
The people celebrate your leadership.
5 ton of quartz sand. Continue this quest chain until we reach the point that I can't get further without developing the island, and then the next step will be to go to the new world, tidy everything up there so that we can start supplying what we need here.
Dug up more than bones? Now, this is arguably my greatest invention to date. It's like invisible hands reaching through the air and... there! That sound will keep you true.
Okay.
It must be around here somewhere. Proceed with
We
your
activate
Googling,
the
or however you
sounder.
call it.
I have to find whatever we're finding. Okay, that's cool.
Seductive charts, Berry.
Reach the diving spot.
Begin the turn.
This way. Okay.
Fleet on the move.
Where he is.
Oh dear.
Makes
Seem to
sense.
have found some of the scepter. But how will you piece it together now? You must know, the last thing I want is a repeat of the Battle of Trelawney.
Me too, I guess we already had a big battle.
Both delve
Be
into
more
the
interesting to do
occult
something
with a
else.
Very special needle. There's more chance at least one of us snags a bloody thumb.
So, you're playing best of 3. I hope you realize the seriousness of such
Moving
an
to coordinates.
It seems you had better win.
I see. Sail back home. Okay. That bit's easily done.
I could simply go to press.
This one don't look too scary. Do you mind? You are generous with your islands. Don't mind if I
It's the
do.
same as it was before. And we've been doing
The
fine
competitor
since then,
raised
so
the
I'm just going to
settlement.
publish.
No changes? Really?
Perhaps better to admit defeat, as you do in your newspaper.
Rude. Well, we were doing fine.
Fleet ready?
Me?
Full of gladness, I make my best work.
The last bit of the journal. That.
What Nadaski writes of here, the heroes that tilted the battle in our favor were stranded. They never returned, but we may still learn what became of them.
Follow the hints to find the wreckage of the Ajax. What are these hints then? The king is mad. It's not much of a hint. He's adamant that the scepter is on board Santissima Vittoria. Heading northeast. That's it so far. Northeast somewhere. No trace was found. Okay, all of those words.
Attention for the Admiral.
Or it's in the northeast somewhere. There it is. It's lucky.
Fleet en route.
I have not left the palace in haste to be denied. A mere frigate against a ship of the line. Only father's obsession with the scepter could have clouded his judgment so. The last piece must be down there in the murk. Nadaski sketched the Santissima Vittoria in his journal before it wrecked on the coast.
So, what clues are there in this document? Southeast of the mainland. Flagship wrecked against the east coast. That's it, okay.
Fleet awaiting orders.
That's... I assume the mainland is where we've settled Crown Falls. Southeast of the mainland. Wrecked against the east coast of the mainland. So is this not the mainland? Perhaps not. Ah, yes.
Attention for the Admiral.
There we go.
There is no mistaking it. This was once La Corona's great flesh. The eagle must be here.
Dive then.
Yes! Oh,
There it is.
For a second I thought he'd beaten us to it.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Marvelous! You know, now that I see it, it really doesn't look much like an eagle.
Fleet embarking.
Oh well. None of my subjects will ever dare to question it. We have the eagle, and Vashko promised to yield the pommel. He promised.
He did promise, that is true.
Ship under attack.
I can't say I'm confident that he's just going to hand it over.
Fleet en route.
Sail into him anyway.
Bullseye.
Fleet embarking.
We're only as good as our last. Ah, keep the wretched bird. This is the second time my family have been humiliated here. Cursed place. I must return to face my fate at the hands of King Zhuao. None of your pity, thank you. It has been a long time coming.
Fleet moving in convoy.
Mr.
Unlike most video games, we just kept his word.
I'd never have let him
Great.
have our piece of the scepter.
Looks like it was made to be
Moving
split.
to coordinates.
Shouldn't be too hard to put back together.
I have not undergone all this trouble so that flea may lay his oily digits on it. Haven't we plenty of scholars versed in the art of restoration already?
We do?
New orders.
A canopy of stars, each an exclamation of joy.
There's plunder to be had if you sink down deep enough. I may be able to help you along a tad with that.
Okay.
Go then, I've got stuff to do.
So we need gold and pearls to finish the restoration. I don't have production chains for them. We can dive for them, is what I understood from that. If we can't just trade for them somehow.
I always...
I comb and brood the livelong day.
Don't think they're technologically ahead of us, so they're not going to have things we don't have.
New orders.
So how can I... Guess just sail around until the sonar pings and hope that what I dig up is gold and pearls and not complete rubbish.
Begin the turn.
Competitors have reached a trade agreement.
On our way. Begin the turn.
Some nice scrap.
Bring her around.
So that's not complete rubbish by definition, but it's not gold or pearls.
Carry her about.
Because I ought to check what the actual production chains are, because that could be easier. Champagne and scrap, okay.
Room to maneuver.
Not entirely confident we're going to find what we're after.
Carry her about.
Water. Okay, now let's bring all that back and have a look at production. Can I find either gold or pearls? Not at artisan level. Worker level. So, no is the answer, unless they're in the new world.
No space left here.
Oh, there's aluminium profiles, okay. Cool. Gold mine here. And pearl farm, right. So 2 gold deposits on one of our islands. No pearl fertility on any of them. Gold on all of them, actually, okay. So I could include that in the next stages of fixing everything in the new world, tidying it up, creating cotton, gold and pearls to continue sorting things out here. Here's an option.
Hold the crane.
Particularly something I want to get diving into this evening, considering I'm planning on stopping the stream in about 10 minutes.
Unclaimed. This island is the earthly twin of Tian, the mighty heaven.
On our way.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Put this champagne off.
Ceasefire has ended.
Let's take these other items over to this shop.
Around.
Ah. If I'd just looked at my quest list better.
Room to maneuver.
Wasted all that time. Never mind.
Bring her around.
Should have enough time to still do that. Cost to transmute these things is multiple items and scrap. So there's much to be done with the scrap I've got. Let's just clear out the inventory space just in case. Keep the nicer scrap. Just dump off the rest of it. Then head down to this quest location.
Room to maneuver.
Yeah, got plenty of time to do it.
Carry her about.
A bold new expedition.
Bring her around.
Down we go.
See anything shiny down there then?
From gold.
On our way.
Than enough gold. And more than enough pearls. Simplified that.
Carry her about.
Bring them back. We'll see what the next stage is. surprised actually, but in all the time of those quests getting completed, nothing really fell apart in the city.
You ain't half good to us.
Just those things from the New World that they want, and then the complaints about the pollution.
I am giddy with gratitude.
And our income is not great.
You wield the torch of...
My gratitude is heartfelt. This is a new emblem of state behind which my subjects will surely rally. There's
That's
no
a
use owning
museum
such a
item.
treasure unless it can be grandly displayed for my subjects. They shall see that in ambition, I am at least my father's equal.
Bring her around.
Build a museum and put the scepter in it. Of course. Have I unlocked museum? Looks like I have not. Ah, yes I have. There it is. Museum. You just build one. It's not a service, so it doesn't need to be in a certain range. It just needs to be on the island. No particularly good spot to put it in town, because it'll just get in the way if it's not providing a benefit. Prefer to just kind of put it down here by the docklands. It's there we go. We can give it some pretty road around the edge of it. So, how does this work then? Museum. I can put cultural modules and connect them with pathway. Interesting. So I need to build an exhibit space? Yeah. I see all sorts of different roadways and gardens and we've fit one item in the exhibit, so
Everything to learn from your remarkable collections.
we'll exhibit the scepter in that one.
People will come from far and wide to behold the scepter of Capon, the ultimate exponent of my authority.
And I'm
Neat.
sure all those treasures are very well guarded.
My dreams, one's youthful imaginings of this place of triumph, so dutifully have you made whole.
Is that success
In
on that quest
particular,
line
I'm
then?
indebted to you for helping me see the king, my father, as he really was, warts and all.
So we just have the
I
other.
always believed my father when
no.
he claimed to be the unsung mastermind at the Battle of Trelawney. But it was Nadaski
Not
all
done
alone
yet.
that was saving his blushes.
Let's clear out a bit of space before we go over.
We shall be delighted. I may have been wrong about Admiral Nadaski. Upon my return to the capital, I shall have a great big pillar built in his honor.
A couple of items for the museum from the Battle of Trelawney set. Okay.
Well,
30
it's high
force
time I
bonus and a
returned to
30
West
faith
Cornwall,
bonus are
actually.
pretty good
You may otherwise start chattering
for
about it.
expeditions.
Look after Crown Falls for me, won't you? I only really care for the taxis now.
And a harbour master that is pretty good. Very good. Cool. Nice reward. Start an escort. Not a military ship, but let's say yes.
Be strong in business and become a pillar of our nation.
Okay.
One headline dominates the front pages.
That particular chain of quests is done. There is still the one to turn this into the capital city. So still need to develop it. Therefore, we will need to head to the New World and get everything in order there next. But that is not for tonight, as I mentioned. Just drop the save in there, keep it safe. But 10 o'clock is bedtime for me, or close enough. That will be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you very much for joining me. If you've been here live, especially, if you've been helping in chat, I appreciate that a lot. Please do follow. It helps me at this moment in time. I want to do more streaming. More follows helps me do that, so please do. I'll be back playing more of Anno 1800 next Wednesday. Wednesday evening, same time, 7 PM GMT.